Hello, greetings, salutations, all of you music people that take lessons from me. How are you doing? Here I am, Miss Beth, in my studio. I can hear some music going outside the door right now. Go easy on me, baby. That's kind of fun, isn't it? Well, that was random. So anyway, I wanted to point out to you, your lesson today is going to be some of the instruments in this room that you walk in and go, what's that? So today is going to be a this is what that is lesson. So let's start with this oddity that you've probably seen in the room before. It looks like this on one side. Then it looks like this on the other side. It's got these three little rubber feet. So you can see it that way. See, it could make an interesting hat. But what this actually is, this is called a tongue drum. See, notice the little things on it that look kind of like shaped like a little tongue. So the thing with it is you play it, you're supposed to have a rubber mallet. So I've done the best I could find. I found the biggest and most colorful rubber mallet, of course, that I could find in the building. Here it is. It's not the one that came with it, but it will work. So what you do as you hit each number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then back to the big one. That's like the equivalent of 8. So what it basically is a 1 octave scale. Now, if you were to play those notes on the piano, you'd find out that this 1 is equivalent to a C over here, which I'm not sure if we're on, but if we were, it's equivalent to a C. So this instrument, oddity instrument number 1 that the mystery's been unveiled to you, is called a tongue drum. It is a 1 octave, this particular one, 8 notes. It's a 1 octave scale starting on the note C, and it goes to C. Now, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, musicians, what is the musical alphabet from C to C? Now remember, we've talked about the music alphabet. It's only 8 letters. It's real simple. You can start on any letter, right? But then think the alphabet. Just know you're only going to go to G. There is no H in the musical alphabet or an M or anything. So if it's a 1 octave C scale, you start on C. Here's the notes. C, D, E, F, G. Miss Beth, what do we do? You're going to start over after you get to G. Start over. A, B, C. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And that's what it is. Now, speaking of odd instruments in the room, Miss Beth, I've been wondering about the box. What's that? So this instrument kind of has some similarities to the one I just showed you in the fact that it is based on, again, the musical alphabet starting on C, your C scale. But this is a different instrument, originated in a different country. This is the kalimba, actually originated in Africa, where the tongue drum, I'm making you dizzy going back and forth. I believe it originated in China, or at least that one did, because there's Chinese writing on it. But this originated in Africa. It is the kalimba. This one does not plug in. I actually have one at home. I need to bring it up here to show you. It's electric. You can plug it into an amplifier. But basically, they come in, this size. This is your standard size. There's some that are smaller, that have fewer bars on them to make notes. And then there are other ones that have more bars on them to make notes. The other name for the kalimba that you may or may not know, which I'm about to teach you, is the thumb piano. So this instrument, you play with your thumbs. You kind of hold it like a cell phone. Hey, some of you guys are pretty fast with your thumbs. You're so fast at texting, you got calluses on your thumbs. So this would be a piece of cake to play this sucker. So this, you just play with your thumbs. You hold it in your hand, and here, I'll show you real quick one-handed. I'll try to use my skills. Here's an F. Okay, here's a C. It's hard to do with one hand. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, there's a C. Okay, here's D. So you can play all sorts of little songs on this. I actually have songbooks written for this, which if you're a beginner piano student, a lot of your songs that you do also kind of work around that C scale, which means that's the code for that you stay on the white keys, Gosh, I've got my box right where I'm having to jump over stuff. I don't think I'm trained physically enough for this right now. So, you're starting on C, a lot of you. Going C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, you know, this little area. Well, the kalimba also plays around that area. Just letting you know. All right, Miss Beth. Oddity instrument in the room. What's this thing? Now, this is really a ukulele, but it is called a banjolele. Why? Is it because it's round? No. Although that has a little bit to do with it. See how that's reflecting off the light? The top of it, it doesn't have a hole. You know, a hole. Like these have holes. You know, that's where the sound comes out, right? Where does the sound come out of this thing, Miss Beth? Well, that's why it is related to the banjo and called a banjolele, because the top of it, again, one-handed, Miss Beth, all the skills. The top of it's like a drum head. No, you can't hit it with drumsticks, you'll break it, you know. But the sound actually reflects off of that and bounces, vibrates back up. So that's what also gives the banjo its quality, the sound that it has. So this would be a lot more loud, a lot more volume-wise, a lot more percussive sounding when you play it because of the nature of the way the sound comes out. It has what's called a floating, right there, floating bridge strings. Yeah, you can wiggle that thing out of there. So no, you shouldn't play with that because then we have to reset it all up, and that's a big pain in the keister. But the banjolele is an awesome instrument and maybe one of the mystery instruments that's been in this room. Okay. I'm trying to think of one. Oh, yes. There's one more instrument in here you may be going, what's that? I just brought these in today. What's this thing? What is it? Well, no. You may be thinking, is it what? Is it a bowl? Is it a cereal bowl? I'm hungry, miss. Where's my Cheerios? No, it's not a bowl. Flip around this way. This is a hand drum, which means you only play it with hands only. Fingertips. You know, you can set this on the table and then you play it with your hands. Similar to, you know, some of the little drums we've had in here that I have under the table, you know, that we've played before, some of you. These are nice to have to give you that same crisp sound of a drum without the volume of playing a drum with sticks. Thou shalt not use sticks with that. Notice that is the law. That is written in law. With a hand drum like this, thou shalt not use sticks on it. Why? The top's more delicate. You can break it. And two, you can scratch it. It's made for your fingers. The pads are your fingers only. You can get plenty of volume with that, and that's how you play that. All right. Well, I think I've unveiled some of the mysteries of instruments in my room that you may or may not know about. Hopefully that's been a good lesson for you today. At your house, this week, if you're getting this video, try to find at least one object that you can use as a musical instrument. I can think of a couple of objects right off the top of my head before we go. Every New Year's when I was a little girl, we used to get pots and pans and the wooden spoons and run outside and hit them at midnight and go, Happy New Year! So, you know, you might be able to try that at home as a music instrument, or see what other items at home that you have or little oddities that you're going, hey, I think I can make an instrument out of that. And then you can report back to me next time. Have a good week.